Look at your hands for a moment. Can they still button a shirt, turn a key, open a jar, or lift a cup without hesitation? Those small movements may look ordinary, but after 60, they can reveal whether your daily routine is helping you stay capable or quietly allowing strength, balance, confidence, and mental sharpness to fade. Decline rarely begins with one dramatic event. It often starts with small changes that seem harmless. You stop carrying the groceries because someone else can do it. You drink less because you do not feel thirsty. You stay home because going out feels like too much effort. You stop learning because familiar routines feel easier. None of those choices feels dangerous on its own, but repeated over months they can slowly narrow your life. This video is not about trying to become younger. It is not about miracle supplements, extreme diets, expensive treatments, or punishing workouts. It is about protecting the abilities that let you live on your own terms. Standing up from a chair, walking with confidence, remembering appointments, preparing your own food, talking with people you care about, and enjoying the world around you. Many adults over 60 still practice 6 simple habits that support healthy aging. Others once had these habits but gradually lost them without noticing. The good news is these habits are not complicated. In many cases, they can be restarted at a level that fits your current strength, mobility, and health. Stay until the end, because the first habit may sound almost too simple to matter, yet it can be one of the most useful ways to keep your mind active and your life expanding. Before we begin, write your age in the comments and tell me which ability matters most to you right now. Stronger legs, better balance, more energy, clearer thinking, or greater independence. Script 6. Habit number 6. Drink water regularly, even when you are not very thirsty. As people age, thirst becomes less reliable. Your body may need fluid before it gives a strong signal. Mild dehydration can cause tiredness, lightheadedness, constipation, mental fog, or unsteadiness. These symptoms have other causes too, so they should not automatically be blamed on water. But regular hydration is a simple area to review. Avoid waiting until late afternoon and then forcing several large glasses at once. A steadier approach is easier. Keep water where you can see it. Drink some with breakfast, some around lunch, and some during the afternoon. Take small, regular sips. Soups, milk, fruit, and other foods also contribute. A practical morning habit is a glass of water after waking, unless your clinician has told you to limit fluids. People with certain heart, kidney, or liver conditions need a personalized fluid plan. Do not copy extreme internet routines when your doctor has given you different instructions. Also avoid automatically adding salt, electrolyte powders, or sports drinks. Many older adults must monitor sodium, blood pressure, kidney function, or medication interactions. Electrolyte products are useful in specific situations, but not necessary for everyone. The goal is not a perfect number. The goal is to avoid going most of the day with almost nothing to drink. Try this tomorrow. Place a glass or bottle beside where you prepare breakfast and let the environment remind you before thirst does. Script 9. Habit number 5. Make your muscles work against resistance. Walking is valuable for circulation, mobility, mood, and general fitness. But walking alone may not preserve all the strength you need. After 60, muscles need a clear reason to remain strong. Without regular resistance, tasks like standing from a low chair, climbing stairs, carrying shopping bags, or recovering your balance can become harder. Resistance does not require a crowded gym or heavy weights. It can be chair stands, wall push-ups, light dumbbells, resistance bands, heel raises while holding a counter, or lifting a household object. Start below your maximum. Do not train through sharp pain, chest pressure, severe breathlessness, or dizziness. Exercise should challenge you without frightening you or leaving you unsafe. For many adults, 2 or 3 short strength sessions each week are more realistic than one exhausting workout. 10 or 20 focused minutes can be very useful when consistent. A simple beginner session might include chair stands, wall push-ups, supported heel raises, and a light pulling movement with a band. Rest between exercises, use a stable surface, keep the floor clear, and wear supportive shoes. If you have had a recent fall, surgery, stroke, heart problem, severe joint pain, or major balance difficulty, ask a doctor or physical therapist which movements are safe. Needing support does not mean the exercise is useless. Holding a counter while practicing balance is still training. Using a higher chair is still training. Lifting a lighter object is still training. Doing 3 controlled repetitions instead of 10 is still training. The goal is to make tomorrow's daily tasks easier. Your body does not care whether the resistance comes from an expensive machine or a sturdy chair. It only knows whether the muscles are being asked to work. Script 13. Habit number 4. Protect a consistent sleep-wake routine. Sleep often changes with age, waking earlier, sleeping more lightly, or waking during the night. That does not mean poor sleep should be accepted as inevitable. A consistent routine helps the brain know when to be alert and when to wind down. Going to bed and waking at roughly similar times is often more useful than chasing a perfect number of hours. Open your curtains after waking and get natural daylight when possible. Move your body during the day. Avoid lying in bed fully awake for long periods. If you nap, keep it reasonable so it does not steal nighttime sleep. In the evening, reduce stimulation. Turn down bright lights, step away from upsetting news, and put the phone or tablet down before bed. Choose something calmer instead. Soft music, a familiar book, gentle stretching, prayer, slow breathing, or a quiet conversation. Keep the bedroom comfortable, dark, and safe to walk through at night. Use a nightlight if needed. Clear electrical cords, loose rugs, boxes, and clutter from the path to the bathroom. Do not try to treat every sleep problem with over-the-counter products. Some sleep medicines and antihistamines can contribute to confusion, falls, dry mouth, or next-day drowsiness in older adults. Ask a doctor or pharmacist before using them regularly. Persistent loud snoring, gasping during sleep, severe daytime sleepiness, restless legs, frequent nighttime urination, or insomnia lasting weeks deserves medical attention. Sleep difficulties can be connected to treatable conditions, medications, pain, anxiety, breathing problems, or urinary issues. One useful evening practice is slow breathing. Inhale gently through your nose, then allow the exhale to last a little longer. Do not force the breath. The purpose is to tell your body the day is ending. Habit number 3. Include enough protein across the day. Many adults over 60 eat less than they once did. Appetite can decline. Cooking can feel tiring. Dental problems, medications, grief, limited income, swallowing difficulties, or living alone can make meals smaller and less balanced. A common pattern: toast or cereal in the morning, a small lunch snack, then one modest serving of protein at dinner, may not give the body enough material to maintain muscle and recover from daily activity. Protein supports muscle tissue, healing, immune function, and many other processes. This does not mean everyone should follow an extreme high-protein diet. A safer, more realistic approach is to include a reasonable protein source at more than one meal. Breakfast could be eggs, yogurt, milk, cheese, or cottage cheese. Lunch might include beans, lentils, tuna, chicken, yogurt, tofu, or leftover fish. Dinner can include poultry, fish, lean meat, legumes, tofu, or eggs. Spread protein across the day rather than eating a very large amount at night. Watch for unplanned weight loss, clothing becoming looser, reduced grip strength, difficulty opening containers, trouble standing from a chair, or suddenly struggling to finish ordinary tasks. These changes should not automatically be dismissed as normal aging. If you have kidney disease, liver disease, swallowing difficulty, poor appetite, or unexplained weight loss, speak with a clinician or dietitian before making major dietary changes. Protein powders are not automatically required. Food is often enough. A supplement may be useful in certain situations, but it should solve a real nutritional problem rather than create an unnecessary expense. Here's a practical test. Look at your last 3 meals. Did each contain a clear protein source? If not, improve one meal first. Maybe add eggs or yogurt to breakfast, beans to lunch, or increase the protein at dinner. One realistic improvement repeated consistently is better than an extreme plan abandoned after 4 days. Habit number 2. Have a real conversation with another person. This habit is often underestimated because it does not look medical. But human connection affects how we think, move, eat, sleep, and care for ourselves. Loneliness is not simply the absence of people. You can live with family and still feel deeply alone. You can live alone and be socially connected. The important part is meaningful interaction. Listening, responding, remembering, laughing, disagreeing respectfully, asking questions, sharing stories, and feeling noticed. Watching television beside someone is not the same as a conversation. Scrolling social media often isn't connection. Sending a quick message can help, but hearing a voice or meeting face-to-face usually involves more attention, memory, and emotional engagement. Isolation can begin after retirement, after losing a spouse, when driving becomes difficult, with hearing problems, reduced mobility, chronic pain, relocation, or embarrassment about memory changes. You do not need a large social circle. One real phone call can count. A short conversation with a neighbor can count. A weekly class, faith community, walking group, volunteer position, senior center, or library visit can count. Choose consistency over intensity. Make a list of 3 people you can contact without a special reason. Place one call on your calendar. Ask a specific question instead of only, "How are you?" Ask what they cooked, what they watched, what they remember about a family story, what they are planning, or what they think about something in the community. Specific questions create better conversations. If hearing difficulties make conversations exhausting, arrange a hearing evaluation. If you have withdrawn from everyone, lost interest in nearly everything, or feel hopeless most days, speak with a healthcare professional. This may be more than ordinary loneliness and deserves support. Habit number 1. Keep learning something that feels new. The brain likes efficiency and familiar routes. That is comfortable, but too much comfort can make life smaller. Learning something new asks the brain to pay attention, make mistakes, correct them, and try again. The skill does not need to impress anyone. It needs to be active. Watching a cooking program is entertainment. Following the recipe and preparing the dish is learning. Watching someone speak Spanish is passive. Practicing 5 phrases aloud is learning. Admiring a painting is enjoyable. Picking up a brush and trying to mix 2 colors is learning. Watching someone play the guitar is entertainment. Placing your fingers on the strings and struggling through your first chord is learning. You could practice phone photography, a card game, a song, handwriting, gardening, simple computer skills, family history research, sewing, chess, drawing, or a new way to prepare food. The activity should be challenging enough that you sometimes get it wrong. That frustration is not failure. It means the task is asking your brain to work. Start with 15 minutes and repeat the same skill for several days. Keep a small notebook of what you learned and explain the skill to another person. Combining learning with conversation makes both habits easier to continue. Crossword puzzles and familiar games can be enjoyable, but do not let them be the only mental challenge. Add novelty and change difficulty. Learn the rules of a different game. Read about a subject you have never studied. Take a different safe walking route. Prepare a meal from another country. Learn how to use one new feature on your phone. You are not too old to improve at something. You may learn more slowly than at 25, but that is not the same as being unable to learn. Bringing the 6 habits together. Regular hydration. Safe resistance exercise. A consistent sleep schedule, protein across the day, 1 real conversation each day or week, daily learning that feels new. Each habit supports the others. Drinking water helps energy and thinking. Strength keeps you independent. Sleep restores the body and brain. Protein rebuilds muscle. Conversation motivates activity and learning. New skills keep your mind engaged. Start small. Pick 1 habit to add this week. Make it realistic and repeatable. Place the water bottle where you will see it. Try 2 chair stands each time you rise from a chair. Set a regular wake time and open the curtains. Add a protein to 1 meal. Call 1 person and ask a specific question. Spend 15 minutes learning a small new skill. Small, consistent steps matter more than dramatic promises. Over weeks and months, they protect your abilities, widen your options, and help you keep living on your own terms. If you found this helpful, write your age in the comments and tell me which ability matters most to you right now. Which habit will you start this week?